Too hard for me to reach if I could, and with that matter. No helicopter plane or some new infinity.
My spirit's indestructible, indestructible. And won't let nobody break me down.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to another video. And today's topic. Oh, wait. There's questions to be asked, right? There's different questions we gotta ask every single day. And that question is, where the white women at? Anyways, right? So today I got a video for you, and we're gonna be reacting and giving you my thoughts on a certain situation with Alyssa Mercante, someone who blocked me on Twitter because he was trying to attack Melanie Mac, and I basically told her off. And essentially, you know, she got mad about that and blocked me because I responded and called her out on that bullshit that she was trying to start. And apparently, here's a video about her. So let's play it, and then I'll give you my thoughts on it.
You know what I want? What you really, really want? I want people in the industry to be a little bit louder about people being mean to other people, and maybe say,
Well, what the fuck do you mean, be mean to other people? What? What the fuck? Bro, this is not like, why do people pretend that this is some kind of like elementary school shit? Like, grow up, you're a fucking adult. But yeah, let's see what the OnlyFans model or online prosty has to say.
say it's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Maybe say, we don't want you around if you're gonna be a cunt.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that part. We should say the same thing about these activists, to be honest. We don't want you around because you're a cunt.
Yeah.
And hateful. And that
And hateful, yeah. If you're gonna be hateful and a piece of trash, you shouldn't be in our gaming industry, movies, and etc. We don't want or need your politics. So I agree. I know why she's trying to say it, but I'm turning that around and saying that I agree with it in the sense of people like her should be treated like this. If you're gonna be an activist and be a piece of trash and hateful towards your audience and fan base, like companies and movie people, video games, comics, and etc., then they shouldn't be in the industry. To be honest, the industry is not about putting your political nonsense into it. And I had to explain that so you people don't think that I'm saying something violent or something disrespectful or anything like that. I'm not. I'm just saying that she's right in the sense that, well, she's not right, but what she's saying should be put into practice, but against people like them, because we don't need people like this in the industry. They should be fired, to be honest.
the games industry is diverse naturally.
Yeah, I don't know about that. If you guys look at my last video and you skip to the image where you see the picture that shows the 2007 and then the 2014 or something like that, right? Picture, you see that the top one is diverse because there's women, there's men, and people of color and etc. And they were making good games at the time. That was diverse. Then you look at the second picture and it's all mostly what? Activists, females who are activists. And again, there's nothing wrong with females in the industry, because I know some of you are going to be stupid enough to take that and try to twist what I just said. What I'm saying is the issue is the female activists and male activists as well. And they don't belong in the industry. They don't. I'm sorry. I don't think they belong in the industry. What I think should happen is that people should come there to work and do a job and keep their politics to themselves. That's simple. No one wants to hear, no one cares about listening to this woke shit in our video games. We don't need to be preached. We don't need to be smacked over the head and treated like we're idiots and bigots and etc. simply because we don't want to hear political nonsense, woke ideology into our video games.
Not because anyone's making them be diverse.
Sweetie pie, listen here. I know you're a little slow, but there's a difference between organic diversity and forced diversity. And right now you're bullshitting. Most of this stuff is forced diversity, right? For example, I can't remember what game exactly it was, and they had a black character. And I'm a person of color myself. And essentially, you're telling me, or rather the person said that, oh my God, look, it's the first, we're winning because we put a black character as the main character. Like, pretending like that's never been done before. We've had many good black characters, many good female characters, and etc. in comics. It's been done before, but you guys are pretending this. You are charged or are pretending that somehow this is a new thing. What about Blade? What about Falcon? What about Miss Marvel? What about all these characters before all this woke shit started happening that were legitimately good and people cared about, and suddenly you try to put all this feminist bullshit and woke ideology into characters, pretending like these characters never existed. For example, if you look at the Blade comic, right? Blade's back, but somehow now they're treating Blade like he basically has a daughter, right? So they're trying to introduce her and make her the next Blade, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. And essentially, they're disrespecting Blade and basically putting that character down when you should respect that character and bring her daughter in. That's what people don't like. You don't have to disrespect the character when you want to bring new characters in. You know what I mean? And that's essentially the shit people get tired of. And that's just one example. How are you gonna make a new character, which is his daughter, and then put her in the forefront, which is not bad, but the problem is that you put her in the forefront by disrespecting her father as a character. Like, but that's not forced diversity? Like, what? Okay, look at Yasuke, the whole Assassin's Creed issue. Nothing wrong with having a main character that's black, but then when you start adding the whole woke shit and everyone bowing down to him and all this other bullshit, that's not forced diversity, right? It's a problem when you have people in Resident Evil go to a fictional place in Africa where it's populated with evil, bloodthirsty zombies, and you play it not only as a white character, but you also play as a native African with Shiva, if I even said her name right, and you're essentially killing people that are infected with the zombie plague, or Las Plagas, whatever. And somehow that's racist. Yet you have a black guy who's not even a samurai be a samurai, go around killing Japanese characters. Japanese characters are bowing to him like he's some samurai when he's not. And like, but that's not racist. That's you guys, you know, you did something amazing. You fought racism somehow. And I'm a person of color, and I'm telling you, you're an idiot, and that it's being forced. But you know, I guess I'll be called an Uncle Tom or something for that, right?
Because the world is diverse.
The world is diverse, yes. But here's the problem with your stupidity. If I go as a person of color to Japan, right, and I watch shows, the majority of the shows are full of Japanese people. If I go to a place like America where the population is mostly white, you're gonna see mostly white people in shows. If I go to Africa, all I'm gonna see is mostly black people in shows. I can't go to someone's country and pretend and demand that I have to see myself when I'm an extreme minority. And if they do make shows where they do show people like me, they shouldn't pretend like people like me are in every corner, because we're not. Because we're a minority. We're not the majority of the country. So you have to understand that what you're mostly gonna see are white people or white characters in America, because the majority is white. And if I go to Japan, the majority is Japanese and a very tiny small minority of foreigners, whether it's white, black, Hispanic, or whatever. And you're only gonna see a rare few of them if they ever put us in the show. That's life. You can't pretend like there's a gay person in every corner. There's a person of color in every corner because it's not realistic. And there's nothing wrong with people, like, for example, if a person of color decides to make their own show for their own people, that's fine. As long as it's not, you know, being racist towards white people. You can have your shows. Hell, gay people have their own shows. Not a problem. No one complains about that because they're not for us. They're for them. People of color shows can be for anyone. Anyone can watch it. But the demographic they're trying to go for, which I'm sure is people of color, because those are shows about people of color or LGBT or you know, female sitcoms and etc. That's not to say that people who aren't interested can't watch them, but you have to be realistic. And unfortunately, again, there's a difference between organic diversity and forced diversity, and no one likes forced diversity. No one, except you activist clowns that think you're doing something good. You know, it's ironic because you guys call us what? The World War II villains, right? You call us World War II villains, and you don't understand that the very tactics you're employing basically means that you're the World War II villains. Imagine that one. Imagine that. Sorry about that. The internet went out. The power went out because of a storm here, I'm guessing. Anyways, let's continue.
Stupid motherfucker. And if you have a problem with that, come fight me.
Look, lady. How do I say this? I think that someone really should take you up on that offer. And I know Vera Dark has, so shout out to her. And you backed out like a fucking coward because, you know, the only thing you're good at is showing your butt cheeks on the internet. And I find that very ironic that it's always these chicks that are selling themselves on the internet for $5.99 and posting their cheeks and everything else and other goods, trying to talk about morals and understanding and justice, and they're not even very moral at all. I find that very ironic. Let's keep going. I hope someone beats reality. I hope that someone teaches you what reality looks like. I really do. I hope someone takes you on that offer. I really do. Because someone needs to knock some sense into you, to be honest.
Physically, bitch.
Has anyone taken you up on that yet?
No, because they're all pussies.
Yep.
You know, it's ironic because Vera took you up on that and you ran away like a pussy. So, what does that say about you? What does that say about you? Kind of sad, honestly. Kind of sad. Anyways, here's another video by 8-Bit Eric. Shout out to him for the tweet and the YouTube video. Unfortunately, I couldn't find this anywhere else. So, let's play this a little bit. I'm going to reply to this a little bit here.
No, you don't deserve to be in our gamer space. You don't deserve to be protected if this is what you're doing.
All right. First of all, it's not your space, right? The gaming space was originally, so it's majority male, right? There's no problems with having female gamers. But in the past, girls used to make fun of that, and so did other dudes as well, but it was mostly male space. And we allowed females to come into that space. And females like you, and let me say again, the problem with females in our space when it comes to gaming. Gaming should be for everyone, right? No problem with that. My problem is when girls like her, which is, her name is EmmySpeens, right? Again, don't harass these people, don't contact them, leave them the hell alone. But I find it ironic that if I were to search her up and you see her page, it's all OnlyFans stuff, showing their cheeks, their goods, and etc. Again, irony that females who do this degenerate shit and sex work and whatnot are the ones talking about morals. And if you want to do sex work, that's your problem, it's not my business. But I'm trying to point out some hypocrisy here. Very hypocritical. So it's not your space, right? It's everyone's space. Again, the majority of players, of gamers, are male, with some females, you know, added into that because some females have been getting gaming, which is good, fine, no problems there. When girls like you come into the space, you come to the space to take it over and add all these bullshit rules and try to destroy the space, and it's a problem. there's female gamers like Dark, for example, good gamer, awesome, no problem for her, nothing like that. But then girls like you come in and try to destroy that space and claim it's your space, and it's really not. So, like, you have some issues. This space is not for your political activist nonsense. This space is for people to enjoy and basically get out of the real world and enjoy the fantasy worlds that companies create so that we can enjoy them and they can make their money, not for your activist bullshit. Also, that's a little sexist because let me put some context into this. He's defending Alyssa Mercante, and he's trying to attack another YouTuber. I think his name is Smash TV. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. And David Eric is essentially replying to his nonsense and to say that the males in that space that make up the majority of that space, because again it was originally a male space, don't need to be protected. It's some kind of sexist shit. You know, people claim we hate sexism and whatnot. It's often very sexist.
I want some articles and I take money off of this shit.
Isn't that what you guys do? You write articles and you journalists and you try to make money off it. Like Brown again, hypocritical. You're basically defending a field that's the same thing. The so-called senior editor of Kotaku. That.
Space. We need to be pushing culture just like the all-around hidden agendas that he thinks he's so slick with.
If anyone has any hidden agendas, it's usually you guys. You guys have hidden agendas. That's why gaming is failing. That's why movies are failing. That's why comics are failing. But you guys want to put and promote your propaganda and your agendas into media to basically destroy not only a lot of the male spaces, but also things that everyone enjoys. It's almost like you hate men. It's almost like you hate straight people. It's almost like you guys hate white people, even though you're white there. But yeah, and it's like you guys are the only ones with hidden agendas going outside. But yeah, so make that make sense.
What I hate more than anything is that I give a fuck about him.
And that's where I'm gonna stop it. Going back to this, you go fuck because you want to, because you have an agenda, and you want to promote this woke ideology and this woke propaganda onto our social media, which is gaming, movies, comics, etc. So if you really don't want to give a fuck, then don't give a fuck. And I find it very hypocritical. But let me show you something before I end this long video, right? Yeah, sorry, it's taking a little bit. That's power outage was something else. If you look at her page, I'm not gonna show very much here because YouTube my that's only for that. But with this picture enough, you can already tell. And that's what I always find ironic. It's always people like this, where a bunch of degenerates always trying to tell you what is a moral standard that you should be following. How you're the immoral one, how you're the bad guy, how you're sexist, phobic, and racist. And yet, they're racist, phobic, and sexist. Imagine that. The irony is real. The hypocrisy is real. But yeah, this is where I'm going to leave it. You guys let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, share the video, all that good stuff. Tell me where you agree or you disagree. And remember, people, hide your white women, because Seeker's coming for them. He's going to steal them. He's coming to steal them. That is what Seeker's going to do. Anyway, jokes aside, you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Laters.